And with the first pick of the 2016 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Joey Morton. Thank you. Okay, so I may not become the next best Kansas City Chiefs running back, but I would like to tell you something that I'm actually really good at. Fantasy football champion. That's right. And as our Toastmaster said, I'm a two-time champion, and I'm actually very hooked on it. But being a champion is not easy. It takes a lot of grit and determination. And for me, the worst part about it is having to endure it when my girlfriend says, and she kids, but she's not really kidding, that she'll break up with me every time football season runs around. So I've thought about it. With all the pain and suffering I put her through, I've kind of taken it to heart, and I finally realized that fantasy football is a pretty terrible hobby. And so I'm here today to give you 3 reasons why you should not allow your significant other to play fantasy football. The first reason you shouldn't allow your significant other to play fantasy football is because they will spend so much time doing it. They will waste a lot of time. Take me, for example. Every Sunday, I watch football from about noon until 11 at night. Ooh. If you add it up, over the course of 17 weeks, that's about 187 hours. Not to mention the games on Thursday nights and the games on Monday nights. In total, I probably watch over 300 hours of football every year. And I'm hooked to it. I have my iPad in front of me. I am stat tracking. Sometimes I put 3 TVs with different games going on. I'm watching all the scores roll in and how well my team is doing. So please tell me one person you can think of who would enjoy it if their significant other spent over 300 hours locked up in their basement, eating nachos, drinking beer, watching football. I can't think of many. The second reason you shouldn't allow your significant other to play fantasy football is that they will try to make your life consumed with it too. So think of me again, another example. When I say goodbye to our romantic dates, my girlfriend might ask me, "Hey honey, can we go on happy hour on Thursday?" And I'll say, "Sure, but can it be Buffalo Wild Wings?" "Okay, never mind. How about we do it on Monday night?" Buffalo Wild Wings?" And when we all get together and have dinner parties, the topic of conversation is always fantasy football. Imagine yourself sitting at a table, and when you used to talk about Facebook likes and who's getting a new puppy and who's having a baby, the topic turns into draft picks, potential fantasy trades, or who the next backup running back should be to be picked up on the waiver wire. None of those reasons sound like a good thing for a relationship. The third and final reason you should not allow your significant other to play fantasy football is because it is really a nerdy thing to do, and it's very uncool. Nobody in this room would be impressed if I told you that I can name the top 20 players that will be chosen in this year's fantasy football draft. And to prove a point, it goes Adrian Peterson, Jamal Charles, Marshawn Lynch, Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski, Andrew Luck. I'll stop. I can tell no one isn't impressed. But trust me, no one else will be impressed if you brag that your boyfriend or girlfriend got first place in their football draft, in their fantasy football league last year. Unlike other sports that actually take a talent or a passion, let's say like running a marathon or hitting a hole-in-one, fantasy football is the least impressive sport that you could be good at. So there you have it. I've told you 3 reasons why you shouldn't allow your significant other to play fantasy football. I've told you how it is a waste of time. I've told you how it'll consume your life. And I've told you how it is very nerdy to do. And so with that being said, please do not allow your loved ones to play fantasy football. And whatever you do, and at all costs, do not allow them to play. But I'm telling you this. For me, I have a fantasy football draft starting in 27 hours. So please don't talk to me for the next 4 months. Thank you.